There was no downside to that Olympic final. There was no downside at all for us because here we are from Oxford, Mississippi, training at a little high school from 7th grade all the way up to the Olympics. That's a crazy, stupid story that nobody would even believe. So we're at the Olympics and like, there is no downside. There's no downside. And so building on that, going around the world, is like, there ain't no downside to this. All we got to do is jump like we do in practice and have fun.
It's a hard thing to continue to hold on to that mindset. It's something strong, especially for doing things repeatedly. I was telling them yesterday, you're only as good as your last event is one of the first tenets of track and field professionally. You're only as good as your last one. But when you've mastered your mold and it works and it's successful and people respect it, and never one's ever doubted me in my whole life, even from when I was a tyke. They said, "Oh wow, he's a good coach, he's got potential." But now I get to sit back and I say, "Well, I get to look at it with a much more broad view."
Well, did you ever think? We never thought you would ever jump 19 feet in 96 or 97 competitions. That's something that never entered our mind, but it has happened. And just being able to travel and do what you do. I use this metaphor so many times when I talked about you, especially in the Renault days. Remember, I say we're still in the Renault days, but there was a time where nobody could beat Renault. For 5 years, he ran the table, and Paul got kind of boring. But we knew when we went up against Renault, we're probably going to take a beating. But I said, you know what? Sam is kind of the German Shepherd of the pole vault. German Shepherds, we love them. The German Shepherd is not the best dog for anything, but it's the second best dog for everything. And I said, Sam is the German Shepherd of the pole vault world. I said, Renault he is the prize dog at the National Kennel Club. We're the German Shepherd, and we're going to be second best everywhere we go. We'll be the medium rare prime rib.
I remember in 2015, every practice was 2014, 2015. So it was either interview questions I might get for as an officer, or how to relate to other officers, or it was what kind of interview questions you're going to get in the press conference. And I just remember he just kept asking me all of the different stuff from a different way all the time, and I realized that then was some of the greatest training I ever went through is how do I first entertain my own mortality, and I've got plenty of broken bones and stitches to entertain my own mortality, and then you have to entertain your own image. You can't fall in love with your own image in this sport, or else you'll eventually just fall.
Well, one of the